famous model and actress Mariuszka Detmers in a surprisingly effective performance as Hanna, a young woman who joins an underground anti-Nazi group and responds with astonishing courage after she's captured and tortured. The movie shows her escaping from Hitler's Europe to a safe haven in Palestine before choosing to return as a member of the resistance. Soon after re-entering the war zone, she's captured by the Nazis.
Aufwachen oder wir schießen!
The movie shows the diabolical methods of physical and psychological torture used in an attempt to discover the names of resistance fighters. In this scene, Ellen Burstyn plays Hannah's mother, who is used by Donald Pleasance, one of the Nazi torturers, to force Hanna to make a horrible choice.
Now, my girl, I think you understand the information that is required of you. Who sent you here? Why were you sent? Names and whereabouts of your collaborators. And last but not least, the code. That's all. It's very simple. Either you talk or you condemn your mother to death.
Now here is one of the most effective scenes in the movie. Hanna knows it will do no good to speak in her own defense, but she does so anyway to find the Nazi court.
Have a good look at yourselves. Can anyone here stand up and say that he is proud of what he's doing? And soon, oh, very soon, you and you and you are going to be standing where I'm standing now.
The crucial element in the case of Hanna was that she resisted her torturers so well that she kept her secrets right up to the end of the war. She was condemned to death almost at the moment when Europe was being liberated by the Allies, and if she had wanted to, she could have saved her life, but it would have meant betraying her principles, and so she chose to die. I was very impressed by the performance of Mariuszka Detmers in the title role. She's a 24-year-old actress who has appeared in mostly erotic roles in movies by Godard and Bellocchio. This time she has a difficult acting assignment, and she responds with a great performance.
Well, it's a great story, but I tell you, I think the way that the story is told, it becomes a little bit cornball in aspects. I'm not saying that I wasn't moved in scenes where she's being tortured because it represents so many other people who were tortured. But in the way that it's been directed, is it Menachem Golan, I think?
Menachem Golan.
Yeah, I mean, it's amateurish directing. I felt bad because here's a great subject being treated almost like a comic book style. A little setup, little head turns, close-ups. I think you know what I'm talking about in the direction. And I felt that every time that, you can tell a story beautifully with long shots, but if you cut it up and look here, look there, and then constant music under the soundtrack when it's obviously dramatic and you don't need a musical theme, I just felt that the director really here ruined what was otherwise a good story.
Well, Menachem Golan is not a subtle director, but I think he's a very professional director who is able to tell this story effectively. However, I will grant you the soundtrack music. The music in this movie is what Hollywood calls Mickey Mouse music. Mickey goes up the stairs, the music goes da-da-da-da-da-da. Mickey goes down the stairs, the music goes da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And somebody should have taken the entire musical track out of this movie, either left it out or replaced it with something that's that gives us credit for having enough intelligence to know how to feel.
All right.
So that I'll grant you, but I still recommend the movie.
I recommend reading about Hanna, but I don't recommend the film because I think the director butchered the story.
I voted thumbs up for Hanna's War in the Mariuszka Detmers performance. Gene thought the movie was destroyed by bad direction and music.